Hi everybody, HBI2K here. Now for those of you who walked in late and want to know what the fuck this is all about, a couple months ago at this point I announced the Pass Gas contest. The deal was that I would give away my old Berserk single disc DVD collection to whoever could come up with the best one-shot abridged episode in 1 week. Besides the 1 week time limit, the rules were that it had to be from a series that started with the letter G, and that it couldn't be a series that anybody else had done before that. Now, if you think those rules seem kind of weird and arbitrary, especially that whole letter G thing, hey, you're right. But there's a reason for that. I think that people are at their most creative when they have to work within a really weird, arbitrary rule set. Anyway, first of all, I want to thank everybody who submitted an entry. I got over 60 entries for this contest, which was way more than I expected. Which is why it took me so damn long to get the judging completed. So thank you everybody for your patience, and thanks for all the hard work from everybody who submitted an entry. Now before we move on, a couple of notes about how I judged the entries. First of all, I tried not to let video quality affect my judgment too much, because that was really just luck of the draw. If you were lucky and you already had good quality footage for a G-series on hand, then you were good. But if you didn't, you really didn't have time to go and look for it. So if the video quality was kind of crap, or if it was really obviously cropped to hide subtitles, I tried not to hold that against anyone. So first, I just watched through all 60 plus, and tried to judge them holistically. I didn't really parse out, okay, this one gets a 7 for voice acting, but an 8 for writing, or... No, I just watched it, and if it didn't make me want to gouge my eyes out, hey, thumbs up, you move on to the next round. That left me with a list of about 20. Now, as I went back through that short list of 20, there were some ones that obviously didn't really belong there. It's not that they weren't good, but I watched them when I was first starting the judging and didn't really have anything to compare them to, and on a second watch, they just didn't quite match up to the other ones in the list. Once I had those tossed out, that's when it really started getting tough. Honestly, at one point I had about a 3 or 4-way tie for number 1, and then another 3 or 4-way tie for number 2. But at the end of the day, I only had so much stuff to give away, so eventually I did have to man up and actually rank these things. But one of the rules right from the start was, I'm the judge. Me, no one else. So as I announce my winners, if any of you disagree, I'd love to hear your opinions, and better yet, let the people who you think were better than the ones that I chose as the winners know how much you like them, because I'm sure they'd love to hear that. But please don't bitch too much at me. There were so many good entries that it was fucking tough to pick winners. But before we move on to the prize winners, and yes, I did use winners plural for a reason, but we'll get to that in a second, I'd like to point out a couple of honorable mentions. LordMoonstone, BustGunner Abridged Episode 1, Robots Are for People. The thing about this contest was that watching the best episodes was really great, because they were really great episodes. And watching the worst episodes was also kind of great, because some of these guys who were just starting, you could see them actually improve over the course of a 5-minute episode, which was freaking fascinating. It was watching those episodes in the middle that was really tough, because most of them, you know, there wasn't anything really wrong with them. There just wasn't really anything right with them either, and most of them didn't really stand out from the crowd. LordMoonstone's BustGunner was one of the few that, okay, maybe it didn't quite have that extra juice to compete with the really top-tier entries, but it wasn't just blah either. And it seemed like with just a little extra time beyond that really strict 1-week time limit of the contest, he could have, taken care of some of the polish issues, maybe added a little background music, and especially worked on the pacing, and come up with something really fantastic. Now, I understand that he's actually continuing BustGunner Abridged beyond the first episode. I haven't watched any of the other episodes yet, because I didn't want those to color my judgment of the first one, but I'm definitely really excited to see what he comes up with a little more time to work. So congrats, and definitely looking forward to checking that out. Now, on sort of the other end of the spectrum, XBeetxAbridgedX, Gulla Island, the almost one-shot. Now this may seem like a bit of a head-scratcher to some of you, but hear me out. The most common reason why an entry didn't make it past the first cut was because it was too long. It had pacing issues, or it just didn't have enough good material to justify the running time. The Gulla Island one-shot did not have that problem. It had exactly one funny idea. Let's dub some silly voices over this crazy old trippy kid show that don't fit whatsoever. That idea is funny enough to justify 40-45 seconds of screen time. Guess how long it was? 41 seconds. Say what you will about it, it did not overstay its welcome. So those are the honorable mentions. Sorry, I don't have any prizes for you guys, but congrats and much success to you. Now let's talk prizes. First of all, for any of you prize winners to actually collect your prize, you are going to have to email me a shipping address. If you don't feel comfortable with that, I totally understand. There are a lot of scams out there on the internet, and I don't blame anyone for being careful. For what it's worth, Scout's honor, I pledge that I will not lend, sell, or give away your address to anyone for any reason other than sending you your prize. In exchange, I'm going to ask you guys for a favor, and that's if you live with roommates or if you still live with your folks, check with them and make sure they're cool with it too before sending me your address. That's just being a good roommate. If either you or any of your roommates decide that you're not cool with sending out your address on the internet, no big deal, just let me know, and I will offer your prize to a randomly chosen runner-up. Alright, that's enough boring stuff, on to the prizes themselves. In a previous video, I already mentioned the grand prize, which is 6 discs, that's 26 episodes, of the original Berserk anime. These are in fact the same discs that I used to create my Berserk the Abridged series. I also have in my hands here 7, count 'em 7, Berserk mini posters. These will be given out to 4 runners-up, plus the lucky 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place winners. Now, a couple of people have asked me if I'd be willing to sign the prizes before I gave them out. That's up to the prize winners. Personally, I think the whole cult of celebrity that's risen up around the whole Abridged series thing is kind of weird. But if you feel that that adds any value, then yes, I will gladly sign these mini posters. If you don't want me scribbling all over your free shit, then hey, that's cool too. I certainly don't want anybody thinking that I've gone all Gilderoy Lockhart on you. So just let me know if you don't want me signing your stuff. In addition to his Berserk mini poster, the lucky 3rd place winner will win a lovely copy of the 4th volume of the Gantz manga. Why volume 4? To be perfectly honest, because I was an idiot, pre-ordered it from Amazon, forgot that I had pre-ordered it, bought it from a brick-and-mortar store, and only realized that I just bought 2 copies when Amazon sent me the email saying they'd shipped it to me. Brrr. The lucky 2nd place winner will be winning a copy of Dragonball Z Season 1 on DVD. Yes, it is the shitty, cropped widescreen Funimation orange brick. Sorry, dude. If it was any good, I'd be keeping it for myself. Well, as is too often the case, I seem to be running up against YouTube's 10-minute time limit at this point, so I'll be announcing those 7, count 'em 7, lucky winners in a future video. Stay tuned!